What's up, guys? I'm back with another video. Today we are working on a '06 Chevy Equinox and we are doing a muffler replacement. So let me start off by saying, if you are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and let's see how we're gonna finagle this motherfucker under the car. Well, this is all we got, '06 Equinox, and this is where the other end of it is. That's the tailpipe here. So I'm gonna mock it up under the car and see exactly where I gotta cut. As you see, I got my Sawzall extension cord, the jack supporting, and the jack stand. So let me see where I gotta cut it, and we'll go to the next step. Okay, I had to run back in the house and get a few more helpers. I had to get my safety glasses, my gloves, and some soapy water. And right on a new muffler, this exhaust hanger. There's one there, and there's one here. I'm going to the car, same location. And let me see if I can get down there. Got a exhaust hanger there with the rubber grommet. We're gonna spray that with soapy water so it's easier, so we can remove the muffler, that metal hanger, out of the bracket. And then there's one as well on this side. This one is a little tucked back there. Gotta stick my phone up in there. Right there. A little black rubber thing. I'm gonna spray that so we can loosen it. I ain't gonna take it all the way out, but I come back here on this muffler. Same up there. I'm gonna have to cut there so we can drop that muffler. So let me get them two sprayed, and then we're gonna put the muffler under there and see exactly where we gotta cut. So I got the little grommets sprayed with soapy water on both sides. So now I gotta stick the muffler under there, line it up, and I think I'm gonna cut the old muffler at this part. Not at the same spot, but a little bit longer. That way, this, I'm assuming this is bigger than the original piece on a muffler here. We won't know until I cut, but it's alright. If I cut it too long, I'll just cut it again and make it shorter, because I want to try and just stick that over it, because it looked like it flares out. Sometimes you just gotta wing it, man. So I'd rather leave too much on there, try to get it on there. If it don't, then I'm gonna have to go back to the parts store and get an adapter, get 2 clamps. Well, we already got 2 clamps, but I have to get an adapter. So let me get this up under there and see where I'm gonna cut it. So I got the muffler under the car, and I just got it lined up by eye. I'm just guesstimating, guys. And let's see if we can see this. What the fuck is it? That piece there. I'm gonna try and follow it straight up and make that same cut. And I'm gonna assume that right here where that bolt is where that end of the new muffler stops. So right at the middle of that new bolt, I'm gonna make a cut, come straight down. Like I said, I'm gonna leave a little bit more on there in case that's too much, which is good. I'd rather have too much than not enough, because then I could just make another cut. When we put the adapter in it, it should take up that distance. So let's get that cut and then remove that metal hanger there and that metal hanger there so that the old muffler can drop. Okay. Let's see. That's where I cut the muffler. Now I just gotta remove those hangers out of the rubber grommets on both sides, and the whole muffler will come down. So let me get that out. Okay, even when I'm soaking, they're a little tough to get out because they're stiff, which is good because that helps it from not move around up and down the highway when you're driving. But what I do is I take this hand, push this swing it up and down, just like this, as I take my other hand on the tailpipe and pull towards the passenger wheel. And that's how I work most of that out. So let me continue doing that. So I got one side down, and as it was coming out, I sprayed my soapy water and a little grommet to help it slide out more. And I'm gonna do the exact same for back there, wherever the fuck it is. But it's on the other side. So let me work that one out and get this muffler down. So I got it down. As you see, I took the top part off. That actually, get out of here. That actually hangs onto the frame of the car instead of the muffler side down. You can take whatever you want off. The top one was easier for me. The bottom one was a little challenging. So it don't matter. Now I should be able to just take this rubber grommet off and stick it back up there on the car frame. So let me get this grommet off, and then I'll show you where our problem was on this muffler. So I got that rubber grommet off, and just stick it back up under the car. Give me a second here to get my fat ass back down here. It don't matter which end you use. They're the same fucking thing. And just press, squeeze, and turn. Rock it back and forth if you got to, but it'll go. There, we got it on. If it's too hard for you, just spray some more soapy water in it. So now I'm gonna see. Oh, fuck, I gotta get my fat ass up. So this is the old muffler. Look at that. That was our problem. One of them. We got another one here. Normally around all the welds is where they break off. It's probably the original muffler, I don't know. Just saying. Yeah. That's the old muffler. Come on, focus, bitch. So I'm gonna line up the new one next to the old one and see where we made our cut at. If it's too long, that's fine. I can cut it. I can shorten it. But we definitely don't want it too short. So let me get these two lined up. Here's the old and the new muffler side by side. They're probably not 100% lined up perfectly, but you get the big picture. Look like I may have cutting it a tad short, but that's fine, because you figure the adapter sticks out a lot longer. You can only put them bitches in so far. It's not too bad, because the adapter definitely goes in but so far. Then you got to clamp the ends anyway. So I'm gonna see if the new one will fit. If it don't fit, then I'm gonna have to go to the parts store. I'm not gonna show y'all putting it up there, because 9 times out of 10, looking at the diameter, it's not gonna fit. They definitely look the same size. Could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, because I like to just put the bitch up there and be done with it. But I'm gonna try and take the new muffler, stick it up there. If it goes in, then we're good. Or what I could do is take this end here on a new muffler, since this end is longer, and stick it over this end. If it goes on over the top of that end, then I know that we can just bolt it up. But Let me try to get this mocked up. I think we got action, people. That bitch slid in there. Look at that. See if I can pull it out. That bitch is in there. Really don't want to do this because I'm putting a new muffler against the ground, but yeah, I think she'll bolt up. We may not have to go to the parts store. Let me get this out and get the new muffler put up there. Okay, we back. I got that hanger up and I got that hanger up, but there is an issue. Look at that. I cut the bitch too short, but that's fine because originally we was going to put a spacer with, the adapter in there with the two clamps. So it's not bad. We just go to the parts store, buy an adapter. Let me see if I can line it up and show you. Hold on, switch hands over. And that's about what we need. The adapter would take up all that space. But putting an adapter in, well, I said it's not a bad thing because now on the old muffler, that tailpipe, I'm gonna have to cut it so everything is straight. So it's not a bad deal. It's not bad, but I wished I would have made it longer, like I thought, because I definitely didn't think it was gonna go over. If I'd have cut it closer to down here, this would have slipped over. I'd have clamped in, would have been done. But I gotta go get an adapter, so it's no big deal. We'll get the adapter, get it installed, but I gotta take the new muffler with me, so I gotta bring it back down. Find an adapter that fits inside that hole, and I'm gonna take the old muffler because I gotta find the reducer to go into that hole. So we're gonna go get that part and we'll be back. Okay, I'm back from the parts store. I had to grab another clamp and this 18-inch tailpipe adapter and this little shorty. I had to get two because they didn't have one tailpipe with the dimensions I need. I needed the 2.5 inner diameter and a 2.5 outer diameter. And the reason for is because this one here, the shorty, this is a 2.5 inner to a 2.5 outer. This is what they had, but it's not long enough. So this is going to go inside there. And then when you come here and grab the long one, we're going to definitely have to cut this down. This long ass fucking tube got to get cut down. But then you can take this, stick that inside there. Now this is bigger. This end here is bigger. So that end would go over that piece like that. So this end is going to go on the piece that is still on the car. So come under the car, this long piece here is going to go over this. And it's actually too long. I don't know. Okay. But it's going to go over like that. Put a 2-inch clamp here. I got to cut this down. I'm going to put the other adapter inside the new muffler, and this excess is going to stick inside the other adapter. So, but what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to put the muffler up there, put the new one back up, and then figure out where I got to cut. So let me get that done. So we got the new muffler up there. It's just sitting there hanging. We still got to come up under. And the shorty pipe there. The smaller side is gonna go inside. See if I could do this shit. Inside the new muffler. I probably ain't gonna be able to do this shit. Like that. Sorry for my hand. If it was long enough, we might be able to just use this. I'm gonna try and see if I can just use that. But I'm gonna see if I can just use this short one. If it goes over this, then all we need is the short one. I just still wish it was a tab longer. I mean, even though it's all the way in, you can always, if you think about it. Let me see. Here's this fucking pipe. All of that goes in. If I gotta just put half of it in to cover up the rest of the distance, and I'll do that if it works. But let me get that back in and get this, see if I can get this pipe onto the adapter as well. Okay guys, I was able to get it up there. It is in. I'm gonna just push it in as far as I could. Gotta put a clamp here and put a clamp here. So let me get my clamps on. Hopefully this video don't turn upside down on you, because I keep rotating my phone. Let me get those two clamps on. And look, she's a little sturdy now. It ain't really wobbling no more now because we got that bend taken care of. So let me get these two clamps on. Again, these clamps are 2.5 inch. Let me see if I can get them on the vehicle. Gotta use one hand. So bear with me. You can put them in any direction you want. Just make sure you put it in a direction where you can get access to the bolts. Actually, I'm gonna have to do this with two hands, so I'm gonna have to put y'all on hold and come back. Alright, I got the exhaust clamps on there and tightened down. I'm gonna tighten them up evenly. You can put them in any direction you want. And we done. Let's see how it sounds. Walk to our door. Open this bitch up. And see what our work sounds like. Roll the window down so my keys don't get locked in the car. That's how it sounds. Let me see if you can hear. I don't have nothing to sit my phone up on right now. But let me see if you can hear what it sounds like. Grab the gas. I'll take that any day of the week. So, that being said, 2006 Chevy Equinox muffler replacement. If you like my how-to video, leave a like, comment, hit that subscribe button, and we done.